No one really told you what a man is. So you've been trying to figure it out from everything around you, from culture, from social media, from people who are just as confused. And because of that, you probably asked yourself, am I supposed to be tough or soft? Do I lead or just go with the flow? What does a man actually look like? What does he do? And if we're being honest, most men don't have a clear answer, not because we don't care, but because we've never been shown truth. We've been given opinions, different voices, different standards, and none of them seem to agree. So now we've got men trying to build lives on unstable ground. One moment we're trying to be strong, the next moment we're told to be more passive. And somewhere in the middle of all of that, we lose clarity. I've been there. There was a time when I thought being the man was just pushing through everything, staying tough, not showing weakness, handling everything on my own, the protector and provider type of talk. And on the outside, it looked solid. But on the inside, there was no structure. There was no clarity. I had no direction. And that's where a lot of men are right now. We're trying to look like a man on the outside without actually being built like one on the inside. So let's clear this up. A man is not defined by culture. He's not defined by his feelings. A man is defined by the Lord and how he lives under his authority. And when you understand that, everything starts to come into place. You're not guessing anymore. You're building on something solid. So let's break this down, not just so that you can understand, but so that you can actually start living it out today. First, a man is led by God. This is where it starts, because if a man is not led by God, he will be led by something else, his emotions, his environment, or whatever feels right in the moment. And the problem with that is those things change. So his life becomes unstable, up one day, off the next, focus one moment, lost the next. And he doesn't even realize why. That's the scary part about it. But when a man is led by God, he becomes steady. Not perfect, but grounded. He has direction. He has alignment. So here's how you start doing that today. Set aside 10 minutes. No phone, no distractions, just you and God. Talk to him. Be honest. Don't try to sound perfect. Just be real. And then sit still for a moment. Because this isn't just about talking. It's about learning to listen. And that's where the relationship starts to build. Second, a man has self-control. This is what separates a man from someone who's just reacting to life. A man doesn't just do what he feels, because if he did, he would be all over the place. One day he's locked in and the next day he's off. That's not strength, that's instability. Real strength is control. Control over your thoughts, control over your actions, also control over your reactions. So here's what you do today. Pick one thing you've been avoiding. You probably already know what it is. And instead of thinking about it, instead of pushing it off, do it. No delay, no overthinking. That's how you start rebuilding control in your life. Third, a man lives by truth, not feelings, because feelings change. Some days you feel strong, some days you don't. But truth doesn't change, and truth is the Lord and his ways. So now the question becomes, what are you living by? Because if you're living by feelings, your life will always be inconsistent. But if you're living by truth, you become stable. So today, when you feel resistance, I want you to pause and ask yourself, what's the right thing to do right now? Not what feels good, not what's easy, what's right. And then I want you to act on that. That's how you start building integrity in your life. Fourth, a man takes responsibility. Now, this is where a lot of men get stuck, because it's easier to look around and blame everything else. Blame your situation, blame other people, blame what didn't go your way. But a man looks at himself first, not to tear himself down. We're not trying to shame ourselves, but we're trying to take ownership, because ownership gives you power. If everything else is everyone else's fault, you can't change anything. That means they have the power. But when you take responsibility, now you can move. So here's what you do today. Pick one area of your life where you've been making excuses and be honest about it. And ask yourself, what can I do to improve this? Then take one step. Not everything, just one. Finally, a man leads through action. A man doesn't just talk about what he's going to do, he lives it, because leadership isn't a title, it's a standard, and it's how you show up daily. And before you lead others, you have to lead yourself. So here's your step today. Do one thing that moves your life forward, even if no one sees it, even if no one praises it, because leadership starts in private, not in public. Now, let's bring all of this together. If you want to start becoming a better man today, spend time with God. Do one thing you've been avoiding. Choose what's right over what feels good. Take responsibility for your life and take one step forward. You don't need to become perfect overnight, because men will put that pressure on ourselves really quick. Don't do that. You just need to start walking in the right direction. And if you do that consistently, your life will begin to change. And if you're serious about building this kind of life, I'll go deeper into this in the King's Forge newsletter. We talk about structure, discipline, alignment with God, and it's all in the description below. All right, I'm going to put those links down there in the description. Most men would stay confused. They'll keep following opinions and call it growth. But a man grounded in God is not confused. So if this helped you, I want you to subscribe to this channel. This is the King's Forge. We're building strong, disciplined, and grounded men here. Now the question is, are you going to keep guessing or become the man God called you to be? Start today, not tomorrow, today. See y'all at the next.